what's crazy and kind of sucks about being born again? Not that it's bad to be born again, it's not, obviously. It's like the greatest gift. But something that I just realized, oh, that sucks, is when I was a child, I looked at the world from like a created point of view, like Jesus created it, and I had love for God, and I would look at all these things in nature and just like look at pictures of the world, and I looked at it as a way of like, God created it, how amazing is it? And then there's a lot of things that, including that, where I look at the world and I'm just like, oh, like I don't know, there's like so much taken out of it when you look at it from an atheist point of view. Like, it's not as amazing, it's not as magical, wrong word, but you know what I'm saying, right? And I just looked at it, like, I've been noticing like the sky more, like at night and during the day, and I just saw a picture again of the world, and it was like nighttime, and I kind of started seeing it from like a creationist point of view again. But it actually made me really emotional, because I just think about when we have faith, everything is different, and everything, like, we're so much closer to him. And I feel like in so many ways, like, just life is more beautiful. And I feel like I've wasted all these years like denying God and being an atheist or agnostic, but I was really looking at everything in like an atheist point of view. And it's really like gray, and it's really black and white, and it's very sad, you know? It's really sad, and I'm trying to like unlearn those atheist viewpoints, even when I read the Bible now. Like, when you read the Bible or hear people, or when I'm like judgmental about Christians, you know, I have to like relearn everything. I have to unlearn looking at things from an atheist point of view and relearn it as a believer, and that's actually really, 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 really hard to do. And something I'm just struggling with right now is like, I have a lot of like, I think it's called like church hurt, but basically, you know, just being around crappy Christians for such a long time really screwed me up and ruined faith for me in a way. Like, not actual faith, but it ruined Christianity for me. And lately I've had a lot of I've seen a lot of it online with like Christians that just aren't acting like, they're not acting correct for Christians. They're not acting or behaving in a way that God would want us to act. It tells us how to be, how to behave, how to, you know. And even like in my personal life, like today, and this has happened multiple times with people, but like today, there was something like, I didn't know about the 21-day fast or whatever, but I've been doing it, and I've just been fasting from coffee. And I didn't look into it. It was just, I get the general idea of fasting, but this is apparently like Ramadan, and I didn't know that, and I didn't know that was like a Catholic thing. It still doesn't sound right to me, but whatever. Regardless, I don't know about it. I just said I don't know fully. I understand why people fast. I don't understand the point of the 21-day thing, but I'm doing it. Regardless, I'm sacrificing something. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you know? And my coworker just kind of like looked to my other coworker, and she's like, oh yeah, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I just told you I didn't know what I was talking about, but it's like, she's a Christian, and she's making fun of the fact that I didn't know about something, and she does this often. And it completely just like turned me off. It just turns me off from wanting to talk to Christians, wanting to talk about my faith, and it makes me really sad, like deeply sad. And I'm like, honestly, at a point right now today where I just kind of want to give up on the idea of community, because I don't I've never seen it. I'm 32 years old, and I have never seen a Christian community that is Christ-like in 32 years. Because if I had, I probably would have been an atheist for half of my life. You know what I'm saying? it wouldn't have been so easy for me to just like turn away from God. And it's really deeply upsetting, and it's not okay. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't have an answer about it, but right now I'm just getting back to God. And I'm not going to try to talk to people about it all the time. I am going to share my journey because this is important, and I want people to hear it. It's important, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to share everything, but I'm not engaging with this anymore. I'm getting back to just the relationship between me and God. That's the only one I have to look up to, right? It's to the point where I would rather ask anyone else to pray for me than the people that I'm supposed to be going to. And I even did the other night. I asked that a specific group of people would pray for someone close to me, and only one of them did it. And I was like, when I think of a church, I think of people that they get together. Yes, you talk about the hard times, you pray for each other, but you like glorify God. Like, we need to glorify God. We need to get together, and everything that we do when we're together, we should be praying, and we should be getting closer to God through talking about God, studying Him, how we can be better, how we can minister to people. You know, and I'm not saying it's easy, because it's probably not. And if I had a way to do that, to start like my own little community, I would do that. And I really pray that I'll be able to do that someday. But man, it's just disappointing. But yeah, I'm just whatever. I'm just rambling again, but my main objective now is just to stay close to God and be the best possible disciple of Him I can be in a secular world without being judgmental. And yeah, that's it. But anyways, I hope you guys are good. Jesus loves you. Next video I make, I'll try to make it a more positive one. This was not that. But I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Have a good night. Stay warm. All right, good night.